Okay, hi boys. This is Mom. I'm at work clearly, and I know we haven't had a chance to read our book that you guys are so excited about anymore lately. So I'm going to read a couple of chapters here at work, so you guys can look at it on your own time. Because it is a really special thing for me to be able to read to you guys, and I hate that we can't do it at home more often, but life gets in the way sometimes, and sometimes we have to make do with the circumstances that we're given. So Mom's working a lot, but I can spare 10 minutes at work sometimes to be able to videotape the reading of our chapters. So we're reading The Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud by Jenny Coate. Hopefully you guys remember what is going on, or you might remember it once we start reading. So I am here in one of the rooms at work, so I'm trying to listen out for my patient. So if I have to stop it, we'll just have a couple of different parts of the chapters. So we're on chapter 21. It's called Au revoir. It had been a cool night in the garden, and a soft mist hung low between the rows of plants and flowers. The sun was about to break onto a horizon of brilliant blue sky filled with pink clouds resembling cotton. All the animals were sound asleep, enjoying peaceful rest when they were rudely awakened. "Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo," screamed Jacques, stretching out his neck, his colorful feathers ruffled as he strutted around in the garden, repeating his scream, "Cock-a-doodle-doo." "What in the name of Pete is all that racket?" asked a startled Max, sitting up abruptly. "Ah, that would be Jacques. He is a rooster after all, no? He is doing what comes naturally," replied Liz daintily, walking toward Max, Kate, and Al. Kate nudged Al to get up as he slept through Jacques' wake-up call. Rudy and Rosie flew over to the rousing animals, saying, "Buenos dias! It is a beautiful day for travel." "Oh, mes amis," Liz replied. "The fire cloud has started to move again. We must get ready to leave soon. Jacques, merci for waking us." "You are most welcome, mademoiselle. Henriette and I are ready to leave. She said her farewells to our home. Do you think we will ever return?" asked Jacques. "I would like to return here, mon ami, but I do not know. We should assume we will not, so as not to build up our hopes, no?" answered Liz, a tinge of sadness in her eyes. She did not wish to leave her beloved France. She guarded all such hopes with realism. Henriette came waddling down the garden path, wiping her eyes with her feathered wing. But when she saw the eyes of the others looking at her, she quickly straightened up and ceased being so emotional. She didn't wish to appear anything but strong and in control. It wouldn't do for the ruler of the house to be seen crying after all. "Ah, Henriette, bonjour. I am glad you're here. Would you do me a favor and please wake Albert?" Liz asked Henriette, wisely giving her something to do so the hen would not feel self-conscious. "Oui, mademoiselle," sniffed Henriette as she walked over to Al, who refused to get up. She leaned over the cat, clucking her tongue at how she rarely saw this imbecile cat do anything other than eat or sleep. "Get up, crazy cat!" she screamed into Al's ears. Al's fur stood on end as he jumped up and moved away from the loud, ruffled hen. He sat next to Max, his fur all a-mussed. Max just looked at Al and shook his head. "Listen closely, mes amis. The fire cloud is now moving, as, of course, I said it would. It is time to leave. Please eat a quick breakfast, and we will be on our way. Albert, I will ask you to carry the sack, s'il vous plaît," said Liz as the animals dispersed to eat. "What sack, lad?" Max asked Al. "Liz asked me to help her last night to make up for what I did. She had me fill a sack of seeds from all the plants and flowers in the garden. I had to climb way up high on the sunflowers, too. Liz wanted samples from each and every plant. Sure, and it took me most of the night, explained Al, yawning. That's why I'm so tired, lad. Al pointed to the little sack that Liz wove together from corn husk. It had a strap that Al could slip over his shoulder, making it easy to carry on his back. Well done, Kitty. It were good of ye to make it right, replied Max, patting Al on the back with his burly paw. It were the least I could do, answered Al, yawning even wider and rubbing his eyes. As long as you're carrying that sack, could ye carry me reed as well? Asked Max. Aye, I'll carry it for ye, answered Al. You're a grand friend. I'd say Liz were right. I can see some noble in ye, answered Max. Hurry, ye two. Let's eat so we can get going, called Kate. I finally have an appetite again. Let's eat, said Al, perking up at the mention of food. Al left the seed sack sitting on the ground and went looking for food. When he was a good distance away, a shadow entered the seed sack. Liz sat up on a rock waiting for the animals, licking her paws to clean up after her breakfast of berries. The hummingbirds flew over to Liz, and the others gathered around. It is time. As we leave, Rudy and Rosie will keep an eye up above and will serve as scouts on our journey. I will be in front, and Max will bring up the rear as our protector. Are there any questions? Asked Liz. When can we stop for lunch? Asked Al, drawing smirks from the others. You silly chat. You just ate breakfast, scolded Henrietta. Liz giggled. We will eat when we have put a good distance behind us, mon ami. With that, Liz jumped off the rock and led the 8 animals out of the garden. It was an exciting moment, and all the animals felt a rush of energy as they embarked on the next leg of their journey. Liz didn't look back at her garden. There was nothing left for her here. So she left it behind, looking only ahead. And that was the end of chapter 1. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that sack of seeds that the shadow entered. I don't know what that's all about, but I guess we'll see a little bit further on. So it's about almost an 8-minute video, so we'll put a pause here. I have a patient coming, so I've got to go check on that, and I will read another chapter another time. I love you guys. Bye.